Two, 1, 2, 1, 2. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Testing, testing. Testing, testing. What's going on, Miss Bobby Ramos? Lazy days. Only facts in the building. Salute, salute to the members. Oh, I'm sounding good. Okay. Yep. You know, I had to try to get on here real quick, man. I've been busy. One of my peoples is trying to drop this album. Well, he's dropping the album it should be this month. So I just been helping him with the marketing, promotion, running around. And as you know, we lost one of our peoples who was one of the producers on the album. So I don't know, tomorrow they might have a visual form. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to make it, but yeah, I've been doing all that. But I appreciate y'all. What's going on with y'all? So, you know, last live I did I was doing a live last time, and then they didn't monetize it for some reason. I don't know. I think I followed all the guidelines. I didn't use nobody's content. But for some reason, maybe it was the content or what I was talking about. But it was kind of discouraging. But I did put it on the members only for the members want to watch it. But it was kind of discouraging as I was working on a video. So I was just playing some of the video, what I had so far. And I don't know, it's something, maybe it's this page. But I've seen content, educational content, I don't know what it is. So it was just kind of discouraging that it seems kind of biased. I don't know, but you know how these things go. But I ain't gonna let that stop me what I'm doing and all that. As I said, maybe that content is better off on my other platform that I was sharing it on. But it's kind of tricky to know what type of content to do over here on this page. I don't know. So no, it just said it didn't tell me why. It just said I guess it's not monetizable, or they decided not to put commercials on it for some reason. Maybe it's the advertisers. I don't know. Miss Pamela, what's going on, Miss Pamela? Now, sir, you can't come in. You can't come over to this page. I'm gonna ban you from this page. You can't come over to this page. You should know better by now. I don't have, I don't have the patience. Not right now. There's a lot of things going on. A lot of things going on. I don't got the patience right now. So get yourself together. Figure it out that you're gonna come to this page. If not, come to the other platform. I'll see you over there. But yeah, man, I felt like it was a good live last time. It was a lot of information I put out there. I was commentating through, I didn't just play it all the way through. I was stopping, commentating, you know. So that's what they tell you to do. So I don't understand why they didn't monetize that video. So no, maybe that YouTube that's just all types of and it's monetized. So I don't understand. I see AI, maybe because I was using the AI. I don't know, but I see videos with just AI in it, using clips and stuff like that, and it's still monetized. So you never know with this YouTube thing. Crook, what's going on, my brother? Strength and honor. Ian is in the building. What's going on, my brother? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Oh yeah. I've been monetized on here for like a year or two, probably on here now. Yep. Appreciate you though, my brother. Wait, hold on. Let me drop the link for if you wanna join the members only. Appreciate the membership, my brother. Right, hold on. Yeah, so it's kind of discouraging because I've been doing my studies and I want to share that information and stuff like that. But it's just I don't know what's going on with this. But I could still put it on the members only. The members could still see it. You know. It's like I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe it's the algorithm I'm in. Maybe I'm not in the, you know. Give me 1 second. Because we still in the same sector, even though this is my serious page, we still in the same sector with the foolishness and right now I don't even want to talk about that. Maybe on the other platform I'll discuss that. Maybe not. Hear me still? Or did I freeze? Can y'all hear me or did I freeze? Yeah, man. You act like you do YouTube. Actually know who you are. I bet they do. Yeah, listen, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I've been on here for a minute already. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Y'all know how the technical difficulties, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in, the said sector that I'm not going to speak about. And, people from over there, be over here with the same foolishness, the bots and the soccer accounts and the hate, it's a bunch of hate, but it is what it is. So how y'all been doing? What's today? Wait, hold on. What's today? Today is Thursday. How's y'all been? How's y'all week been going so far? When all praises to the Most High. I found my faith in the Most High. My mission, my message. I've been lost faith in humanity and all that. And I'm a human being myself, so I'm not trying to say I'm better than nobody, and I include myself. But I've been knew a long time ago. for the most part, uh, is a lot of it's fake. You know, especially on here. This is entertainment on here online, and I'm not saying there's not some genuine people out there, but at the end of the day, y'all know how it is in life. It could be family, it could be friends. My week very busy. Job secure. I hear you. 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 I don't know. Thirst if they keep drinking. The haterade. I hear that. Yeah, I definitely hear that. A little stress. Yeah, 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 yeah. Listen, I'm not letting nobody steal my joy and all of that, but my patience right now is very thin. Like I said, I'm working with my peoples. You know, he trying to get this album out before the end of the month. I'm helping him with the marketing promotion. One of our good one of the our good friends passed away. One of the producers on the album. Um, you know, I'm running into I'm connected with a lot of people from my past that's into the music industry, and sometimes um this stuff going on here is kind of like is not you know it's a you know um this is not life. You feel what I'm saying? This is life, and this is not life. And some people just take this thing too seriously, and they it's more than entertainment for some people, and it's just they try to bring that stuff to you. They try to put that that foolishness and all that on you, and stuff like that. And I just don't have the patience, not right now, because I'm dealing with real life situations and stuff like that. So but as I said, maybe after I don't know, because doing albums and stuff like that, if people gonna start going on tours. And but I kind of got out that life. But for my peoples, I always try to give a helping hand and stuff like that. But I used to get paid for these things, and I don't want to do that no more. Like but for the love, all praise to the Most High. To help my peoples and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm about to block you. I'm about to block you. It's not personal right now. I just don't got time to play. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm about to block you from ever coming back over here. You know. But yeah, besides that, yeah, Don't worry. Don't feed them, Bobby Ramos. And this is what I'm talking about. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I just don't got time for, especially over here on this platform. People should know better. We are all adults here. And sometimes we make excuses for adults. Like, and we got to stop doing that. Like, people need to suffer their own consequences, stand on their own consequences. Like, I understand. Some people are I don't know what you might call it. Some people have problems and stuff like that, but we are all grown adults here. And this is the serious page. I have other platforms where I let people do what they do and stuff like that. And if you can't respect my platform, I don't need you here. You feel me? Yeah, all right, I'm blocking you. That's it. Bye bye. I like his music too. I was just listening to that man. Sharonda, what's going on? Yeah, oh well, yeah, this is my peoples from Canada. Um, his name is Jellystone. He's like a legend in Canada when it comes to especially Toronto. He knows Drake and all of the Toronto artists and stuff know him. But he finally got his publishing. He owns his publishing. He was signed to Warner Brothers, but he never got to go on the tour because 9/11 happened right when he got signed. He was supposed to go on tour. The whole 9/11 thing happened. So now he's putting together his independent album and stuff like that. Yeah, business is business, but it's really for the love, Crook. I'm not saying my peoples ain't gonna look out for me and stuff like that, but I don't like to do the contracts and make it like I'm really doing this for business, because then I'm gonna have to like get back into the industry and work, because if I'm getting paid and stuff like that, it becomes a job. But I want freedom to walk away when I want, help if I want, and stuff like that, because I just don't want to get back into that type of stuff, because I'm retired. I moved on. You know, I'm just trying to live my life. I'm just all praises to the Most High. I'm not trying to have nobody steal my joy. I'm just trying to relax, and I done put in work. I done paid dues, whether it be in the streets, whether it be in the industry and stuff like that. So, I ain't letting nobody steal my joy. So if it gets too much for me, then I'm out of there, respectfully. So I'll do favors, I'll look out and stuff like that, but I don't want to be tied into nothing. You know what I'm saying? Right, right, priceless. Right, right, right. Thank you. Yeah, I like to have, I just want to have fun and all that. I always been standing on code, standing on law my whole life. Like I said, whether it be in the streets, whether it be anything I do, I'm a very loyal, dedicated person. So I give my all if it be projects, if it be people, if it be, so I'm just trying to, do me, pause, give that to all praises to the Most High, or to myself. Because I've been selfless, ever since I was young. I was always a part of a cause, or or something. And that's why I try not to get caught up in this, social media stuff, with people who feel like I owe them something. Like, I paid my dues, I put in work. I don't owe nobody nothing except for the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Because you get caught up and people think you're supposed to give them something, or you owe them something, or you have to do something, or this and that, and this. And, I ain't here to hurt nobody's feelings and stuff like that. So I'm not even trying to get caught up in nothing. You know what I'm saying? We all adults here. We have children, like I said, if I had children or not, that's what I'm giving my time and energy to, the Most High, myself, my family. Rich Martinez, what's going on, my Taurus brother? That's a fact. That's a fact, Crook. Listen, I hear you, Miss Pamela. I hear you, Miss Pamela. Miss Pamela, I can tell that you have a lot of patience. I can tell that you have a lot of patience, Miss Pamela. But like, my patience is gone. Is gone. And like I said, man, salute to all the genuine supporters. Like, y'all don't even know me. Y'all don't even know me, and the the support y'all show and the belief y'all show is like, for those, y'all know who I'm talking to. For those who don't try to, play games, run game, take advantage, unappreciated, feeling entitled and stuff like that. I don't. Yeah, I was never like that. You feel what I'm saying? I never felt entitled. Like I always appreciated things. I never took things for granted. I respected those, who I respect, But like I said, I was in the streets and all that. So I did things. Yeah. But I never did nothing to civilians and stuff like that, man. If you was in the game, you was in the game. I never took advantage of civilians and things like that, but if you're in the game, you're in the game. You know what I'm saying? There's no victims in the game. We know what we signed up for, even though people like to play the victim. But you can always get out the game. You know. Wait, hold on. Only Facts appreciate you. Appreciate the membership. Right, but Miss Pamela. Right. Right. Yep. But like I said, when it stopped being fun for me, I'm out of it. I'm gone. I'm out of here. Once it stopped being fun for me, if I can't enjoy, if I can't have fun, I'm out of it. You know what I'm saying? Life is very short. Like I experienced a lot of I don't want to say the word because but loss. I experienced a lot of loss, and one thing I did learn is life goes on. People keep living, people keep going. Tiara, what's going on, Tiara? Some people ask, how could you keep going? How life goes on. The first couple of times, I experienced loss. I used to, just I used to let it consume me and stuff like that. And I see other people just moving on and living and having fun, and it used to make me upset. Like I didn't understand how could people not really care. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't experience those things. You got to let things go to let things grow. You got to move on. You got to live on for the people who are not here. I can imagine. I can imagine a lot of us have. A lot of us have. And maybe that's how I got insomnia. I don't really sleep a lot because I see people in my dreams and stuff like that. Like I said, when I was 10, 11, I don't know if I was 8, 9, 10, 11, I lost one of my friends playing Ninja Turtles in a, you know, in a under a house they was building and all that. When I was like in the fourth grade, I lost a girlfriend to a car accident. So as I grew up and things started happening and I kept losing people. I kind of like just developed a defense mechanism. I don't know. So now I'm kind of like emotionally disabled. You know what I'm saying? I'm emotionally disabled. I love. You know what I do too? If I lose somebody, I try to. That's why I don't really like going to funerals and wakes. I just imagine that they moved away. You know how you have friends and people throughout your life who moved away and you never seen them again, but they out there somewhere living, or they might not, but you don't know. That's how I try to look at things. Like, this person just moved away and they out there somewhere in the world. But listen, I'm not here to put a dark cloud. I'm not here to put a dark cloud over the live. But I'm just saying, I don't have patience right now. I got things I'm dealing with, and everybody has problems. Especially on here. A lot of people, on here, a lot of people have, inner demons and they have problems and all that. Listen, as I said, all praises to the Most High. Maybe, hopefully you find your joy. But it's nasty work. It's nasty work, man. I learned a lot from being on social media. I appreciate that, Miss Pamela. It's like, people, how people in person, some people in person, they have, I don't know if it's respect or fear or maybe love for someone. They don't say certain things and stuff like that. But social media showed me what people be thinking, but they don't say. That now they have a platform where they can say it, and it's really no consequences for it. You know what I'm saying? Like in real life, you can get punched in your jaw or something like that. Something can happen to you. But on here, it's people just, and it's like how people think. They some people think the way they think is ugly. They ugly and says nasty. The way they think is ugly. It's not really probably them. You know what I'm saying? But it's just people's minds and how they think and stuff like that. It's just, and everybody's trying to be some type. Everybody's trying to prove something. Like how tough they are, or how much they don't care, or how ignorant they are, and stuff like that. Like, and it'd be grown. It'd be grown adults. Even some of these celebrities, even some of these people who come on here and they say the most ratchet stuff, and they have people who follow it and enjoy this stuff. It's just nasty work. Nasty work. Yeah, nasty. Nasty work. Appreciate that, Tiara. I'll be knowing. I'll be knowing. All praises to the Most High. I'll be knowing. It's just sad. I try to get away from that. It's like people judge. Like I was really like that. Like I was really like that in real life. How people portray themselves to be on here, and they criticize people like how I used to be in real life, but at the same time, simultaneously acting it out, or you know, or how they speak or how they talk, and but they criticize people out there in real life, doing the things that they say they would do, or acting out the things that they say they how they feel and stuff like that, simultaneously, like judging people and looking down and talking down on people, but be on here. It's just it's weird. It's just weird. People say they don't glorify the ignorance, but they on here trying to prove how ignorant they are. but that simultaneously talking down on people who actually do ignorant acts in real life. Like, I don't know. That's why I say, this is not real. I do not take this seriously. I don't take it personally. People got to fight their own demons. But it's just kind of sad. It's sad. And it's not the young people. Like I said, man, I done seen young people on here. They do their pranks. They be doing some crazy stuff and all of that, but they're not on here trying to act like, they're ignorant and stuff like that. Like, it's like older people, it's like 35 and up, and then simultaneously talk about how the youth is out of control, they're disrespectful. But what role models do they have? Who so I don't know how the youth look at us. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they judge us and look at us for these things we're doing on here. But it is what it is. It's social media. We the old folk now. Remember when we was young and we see the older folk cutting up? Some of us thought it might have been a little cool, depending on who it was. Some of us thought it was embarrassing. Yeah, to go wild. I get it. I get it. But imagine, if it was your parents, your parents up here cutting up and acting like this. And that's why I always say, this is not real. This is an internet personality, an online persona. This is entertainment. It's not real, because I don't want in the future, people seeing me up here cutting up or acting up, and they think this is like this is real. No, this is not real. This is not serious. Right. That's what I'm saying. They're actually making money. Yeah. They're actually making money, getting nice houses, nice cars, and they're not even really bragging about it. You don't see them bragging on here. It's just so sad, that grown adults brag about things that they supposed to have. Like I'm not saying supposed to have, but you're an adult, and then talking down on other people's misfortune, putting people down to build themselves up. It's hating on the next man because they might be doing well. There's all types of foolishness going on here. Miss Pamela got the old sayings. I hear you, Miss Pamela. Man, I be doing that too sometimes. I be doing that to the youngsters, and they be looking at me like, "Who is you, Mr. Miyagi?" Yeah. Man. But yeah, I'm not gonna stay on here too long. But I'm trying to get on here. I'll be trying to get on here more, maybe every day. But yeah, man. Coming up with ideas and topics and stuff like that, doing research, that take time. On my other platform where we just having fun, I can just pop on there and just freestyle. I can just get on there and do whatever. But on a serious page, I don't want to just get up here and just cut up and all that, because what's the sense of having a serious page? But I definitely appreciate y'all, who come through here and support, the genuine supporters. I definitely appreciate y'all. And the members, appreciate the members. the genuine supporters. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody watching from behind the scenes. Salute to everybody who catch this on the replay. It's your host and your DJ KT Bees Holla, whatever you want to call me. We in the building. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Now, Crooks, salute, appreciate you, Crook. I was just about to get up out of here. You need listen to some more. Oh, listen. Y'all know I listen to the old school. Y'all know I listen to the old school. I listen to old school music, blues, rhythm and blues, and gospel. I hardly listen to to rap. I hardly listen to that. But yeah, that type of music that take you back and put you in a mood, and when they appreciated life. Nowadays everything is microwavable. Everything's microwavable. But I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you, Crook, like always. Salute. You know what? I'll probably pop up on the other platform. Yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do. I'll catch y'all. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know.